Two API calls, one is slow, one is fast. Same code style, different results. Let's see why. Alright, first of all, let's have a getUser function. Within that function, I'm going to fetch some user's data from JSON placeholder API. And let's pass the ID here. Let's have it as a parameter. And guys, remember this function is asynchronous. So do not forget the async and await keywords. And also, let's return the results. Now let's call our function and log some users into the console. And yes, it is working. So let's go for the next step. Now let's have a sequential function. Again, it is async. We're gonna have a starting point by typing console.time. Let's give it a name like sequential. And then we're gonna have a user1 where we have to wait to get the user with ID 1. We're gonna get one user. And also we're gonna have user 2 with ID 2. And next step is to write console.time end to get the duration. And then we return the result in an array. Now let's call the sequential function and run our file. And as you can see, it takes 2.2 something seconds. Now let's write a parallel function. Let's see if it takes less time. Again, it's an async function. Let's start with console.time. Let's call it parallel. Now let's fetch the users and sort them in users. We're going to use parallel.all. We're going to have get user 1 and get user 2 in an array. And after that, we're going to have console.time end. And now return the users. Let's call the function parallel. And now let's run the file and see the difference. As you can see, the parallel takes 2 seconds and sequential takes 2.3. One last thing that I would like to show you is to see what's going on behind the scene for promise.all. Let's say we have an array of getUser1 and getUser2 and we stored them in a constant called promises. We're going to loop through those promises and await for each of them. But remember, we need to have an empty array of users and push every single user that we fetch. So this way we simulated promise all. But I don't want to have these few lines. I prefer to have promise all is cleaner and I think it's shorter and better for the code readability. Alright, that was it guys. See you in the next video.